Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kristen and this is a stationery unboxing from Vanness Pens. Ooh, yes! So, I purchased two inks that I had been loving for the month of June and a few samples that I'm excited to try in the coming months. Now, this is Rohrer Klingner Helianthus Sunflower. Oh, I purchased a sample of this ink because I was so very interested in finding a yellow orange ink that I would enjoy using. After having written with yellow and orange inks for the month of June, I'm going to use this anyway just to see how it goes. I'll probably be using this one alongside Stipulous Saffron. I would definitely be using specific nib grinds to really gauge if I would prefer to use those inks in a special nib versus just a regular fine or a regular medium nib. Because yeah, after the past few weeks, I'm not so excited to I'm not as excited as I was previously to use this ink, but I am looking forward to learning some new things. All right, so these other few ink samples are from Platinum. So we've got Platinum Classic Lavender Black, Platinum Classic Khaki Black, and Platinum Sepia Black. Those three inks are for this fountain pen. I am looking forward to really getting to know this fountain pen a lot more in the coming months. It performed so very well with Diamine Pick Me Up, a wetter ink. And after a few recommendations from you all online, I figured that I'd go ahead and try a platinum fountain pen with one of the Platinum Classic inks. So Lavender Black, Khaki Black, Sepia Black. I also have Citrus Black, but I was really interested in trying out the Lavender Black fountain pen ink. But I do have another ink that I want to try out before I get to these. These are the inks that I purchased after having tried them out in samples for the month of June. So I received a sample of Lavender Black from one of my pen friends, Elizabeth. I loved that ink so very much that I bought a full bottle of it. And Colorverse Iris Nebula was one of the fountain pen ink samples from the June 2023 Ink Flight box. So I loved that experience so much that I bought a bottle of ink. First time I've ever purchased a bottle of Colorverse ink. So this is Colorverse Iris Nebula, and this is Lavender Cassis. I like these two inks. This was inked up in a TWSBI Eco medium nib, and this was in a Montegrappa Elmo with an extra fine nib. So I loved the crispness. I loved how crisp these lines were with this ink, and I really enjoyed the shading and the shimmering and just the base color. Even when the shimmer wasn't present, I really enjoyed using this ink. I'm going to go ahead and swatch these four inks so that we can kind of see and get a good idea of what these colors look like in comparison to the samples that I already have in my collection. I almost forgot about this. I purchased a LAMY Studio fountain pen grip after having learned that Vanness Pens sell these rubber grips. Do I have another one? Or is that a rollerball? I can't remember. But I have two LAMY Studio fountain pens. I think I purchased this one on my own, and I really do love the feel of this fountain pen. This one I got in a mystery box. I believe one of the Endless Pens Halloween mystery boxes, and it has a very slick metal grip. And so I was anticipating selling this one since I already got that one. I never used this pen. I was never really comfortable using it because my fingers would always start to get sweaty and slippery around this barrel, this section. I was not really using this to its full potential, and I was anticipating or planning to sell this pen until someone online, one of my viewers, actually mentioned that Vanness Pens sells these rubber grips. Instead of looking to sell this fountain pen, I am gonna do that. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. All right, so let's see. I've watched people do this online. Just pull it out like that. Yeah. All right. I think that's so cool that you can just slide them off and slide it right back on. That was so fast, so easy. It feels good. That's done. That was like the quickest swap I've ever experienced. Oh, that's great. So I really just refill that cartridge with whatever ink I like. This has a specialty nib on it that I purchased. I believe I purchased this on AliExpress. I will leave the name of this nib grind on the screen. Very interesting nib. So now that I have a rubber grip for this fountain pen, I'm definitely going to be using it again. I had forgotten about this pen because it was such an unpleasant experience. I put it away and never thought about it again. But now it has become a usable part of my fountain pen collection again. And so now I've got two LAMY Studios. You know, one's got the black trim and one's got the silver trim. So I know exactly which one has that special nib on it. And so I'm just so happy. Thank you so much, viewer friend, who recommended a new grip section, because now I'm a happy camper. Yes. Oh, I love this snap. Yay! Now I'm going to get ready to swatch these platinum classic inks. Alright, so these are the dried swatches for the Platinum Classic colors, as well as Rohrer Klingner Helianthus. This is a very nice color, Lavender Black, but it's got like a little bit of muddiness going on in here. So maybe it has to do with the particles inside of these inks that make them water resistant. So it might just have like a little bit of that muddiness going on in this color itself. It doesn't have that same quality in Platinum Khaki Black or Platinum Sepia Black. So it's like the shades of these two inks are a little bit more smooth on this paper than this one is on coloring paper. This is just so bright. Let me show you what these ink colors look like on Tomoe River and Midori papers. So this is 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. This is cream 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. So these four down here. I really like the look of Khaki Black on the cream paper. And white Tomoe River paper, I actually like all of these. Lavender Black is just, it's lovely. I really like how it just has that hint of black in this color. It just gives it a little bit more depth and dimension to the shading itself. I love the shading on the Sepia Black Swatch. That is a beautiful color. I like how this looks on white paper more than I like it on the cream Tomoe River paper. But this Khaki Black, I'm really liking across different papers and different colors. All right, so let's take a look at Midori paper and Iroful paper. I just love my Iroful paper. Look at this. Look at how they, oh, I love the shading. Just look at like the dimensions of the black and the shading and of the color itself. It's just, that is so cool to have inks that look like this. I love the richness and the very clean lines that I see in Platinum Lavender Black. It's apparent also in the Khaki Black. It looks like there might be just a hint. Yeah, this is dry. A hint of sheen, at least with these two colors, like a black sheen going on with the Khaki Black and the Sepia Black. That's almost like a flat black color. It's not quite a sheen, but I do appreciate how Platinum Carbon Black is looking on these papers. So that's what I use to make these rectangular shapes. This black ink performed so much better than Noodler's X Feather. So I think I've got a new black ink to use in my TWSBI Eco just for using on my coloring cards and any other papers that I just want to write down. I just want to use a bulletproof type or waterproof ink. I think it's just going to be Platinum Carbon Black now. So Platinum, they're knocking it out of the park with these inks right now. So the colors, they are pretty consistent, but the ones that I'm really loving right now are these two, Platinum Lavender Black and Platinum Khaki Black. I love how this brown looks. It's such a warm color without going into the red orange shades. So I really do like this. I really do like this, and I like it so. I love that swatch. I love these swatches over here. Let's take a look at some ink swatches to see if I have anything similar to any of these in my collection. First up, we're going to take a look at Rohrer Klingner Helianthus. Yes, I was pretty sure that this is going to be super close to Van Diemen's European Honeybee Eater Chin. I might enjoy it more than I enjoyed this one, because this one, I did use European Honeybee Eater Chin in my June currently inked pens, and so it did not show up as bright on my Tomoe River paper coming out of an actual fountain pen. It was not as bright as it is on this coloring paper, and I wonder if it's going to be, if it would be the same thing with Helianthus. So what I want to do is compare this ink color with Stipula Saffron. This is definitely a softer color. It's a bit deeper, but it's a softer color, and I want to try to compare and contrast these two colors in a future currently inked month. Let's go up here and see about some of these others. Diamond 3 Kings, Golden Barrel, Kyungyi, Autumn Oak. That's pretty similar, but Helianthus is definitely brighter. European Honeybee Eater Chin is really the closest that I have to Helianthus. All right, let's take a look at Platinum Lavender Black. See what I've got. Nice. It was very similar to Le Bon Zeus, especially in the writing. It looks like Zeus might be a bit more purple. It might have a little bit more purple in there. Alt Bordeaux. The writing for Alt Bordeaux is darker, although the ink swatch for Platinum Lavender Black is darker. Date Kokoro. I don't know. It's like Date Kokoro is a bit bluer, and the writing is deeper as well. The writing is pretty similar between Grape Ice Pop and Platinum Lavender Black. Everything else is a bit too purple. All right, so let's check out my browns. Suki Kokoro. Rikyu-cha. Yeah, so this ink is very similar to some of the ink colors that I already know that I love, I appreciate. Sepia Schwarz is deeper, but it's pretty close in color. Laughing Kookaburra Crest is a cooler color. It looks almost gray next to the Platinum Khaki Black. It's definitely deeper, and Cuttlefish is even deeper. Jupiter Flyby is more pink. Yeah, so I'm getting into the pinks now. Let's take a look at Platinum Sepia Black. So some of the cooler tone browns. Let's take a look. Sepia Schwarz, which is closer to Khaki Black. That's more of a brown color. Van Diemen's, it looks more neutral than the Sepia Black. That's closer, actually. Now let's take a look at some of the actual blacks that I have in my collection. The grays are definitely too cool. None of my grays are really a close match for these. I guess that is it for my swatching and my haul from Vanness Pens. My ink samples, my 2 bottles of ink, the rubber grip section. I'm very happy with my purchase. I am looking forward to using these inks in the future. So, oh, let me take a look at this pen, the Platinum 3776 Century with these inks. That actually looks pretty cool, but I don't think that I would be using that in such a fine nib. So I would really be looking to use Platinum Lavender Black or Platinum Khaki Black in this fountain pen first. What do you think? Oh, that would be interesting to maybe use one of these like that. Just try it out. Or do that. Keep those 2 colors together, or I actually would be bold enough to try something like that. But I need to really get reacquainted with this nib. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a good day. Bye-bye.